Have you ever been laughed at because of your dreams? Every morning, the same thing happened. A quiet young man walked through the streets while people laughed at him. Some mocked his clothes, some mocked his goals. Others said he would never become successful, but instead of arguing, he stayed silent. Every night, he returned to a tiny room with an old desk, a worn notebook, and a slow laptop. It wasn't the perfect setup, but he didn't need perfection. He only needed a place to start. While everyone else was out having fun, he sat alone writing down his goals. Learn new skills, make money, build a better future, create freedom. Day after day, he worked quietly. While others spent hours scrolling through social media, he spent hours learning. While others chased entertainment, he chased improvement. But the journey wasn't easy. Sometimes he felt invisible. Nobody believed him. Nobody encouraged him. People looked at his efforts and laughed because they couldn't see the vision inside his mind. Still, he kept going. He studied marketing, he learned business, he practiced content creation. He learned how money works and how successful people think. Then one day, reality hit hard. His first project failed. The money he invested was gone. The results he hoped for never came. He sat alone, staring at the screen, wondering if everyone had been right all along. For the first time, he thought about quitting, but after a long night of doubt, he realized something important. Failure is not the end of the story. The next morning, he got up and started again, not because he felt motivated, because he was disciplined. Motivation comes and goes, discipline stays. So he kept working. One day became 1 week, 1 week became 1 month became 1 year. Slowly, things began to change. His skills improved. His confidence grew. His knowledge expanded. Then finally, the breakthrough arrived. One project started making money, then another. El Cal, then another. The small wins that nobody noticed began turning into bigger opportunities. But even after finding success, he didn't stop. He stayed consistent. He stayed focused. He stayed hungry. While others relaxed, he continued building. Years passed. The quiet person everyone laughed at was no longer the same. He had transformed. The late nights, the sacrifices, the failures, the discipline, everything had finally paid off. Then one day he returned to the same street where people once laughed at him. The same people who mocked him looked up in shock. Nobody laughed anymore. Nobody pointed fingers. Nobody made jokes. The crowd became silent. Because success speaks louder than opinions, the people who once doubted him now respected him. The people who ignored him now noticed him. The people who laughed at him now wished they had started when he did. But the biggest lesson wasn't about money. It wasn't about expensive cars. It wasn't about proving people wrong. The real lesson was this: believe in yourself even when nobody else does. Stay focused when others are distracted. Stay disciplined when others are comfortable. Keep working when others quit. And remember, people may laugh at your dreams today, but if you stay consistent long enough, one day your results will speak for themselves. So keep going, keep learning, keep building, stay silent, stay patient, and let your success make the noise.